Welcome back to Bass and Baits. Today I'm going to go over probably one of my favorite search tools in the cold weather. Next to a jerkbait, I'm going to say that the Rapala Shad Rap is probably one of my all-time favorites when that water gets in between that 50 and 40 degree range. Either when it's falling in the winter months or when it's starting to rise up in the spring. This bait is absolutely deadly. It's a balsa bait. It has an extremely tight wiggle to it, which mimics that dying shad to a T. It's perfect. Let's see. It's offered in, oh Lord, I think the number 7 comes in 47 colors. But there's 2 primary colors I want you to focus on, especially if you're just getting into it. That's called the shad, which is this color. I'll put an image up in the video here. And then a crawdad, and that's actually the name of the colors, and those are the 2 I want you to focus on starting off. Now down the road you may find that you can make a little change here and there and get a few more bites, but if you're just going out and you're just starting with it, just get the shad and get the crawdad color and you're going to be fine. The number 7 size, they offer it in a, anyway, it goes 5 to 9, I know. But the 2 that I focus on the most is a number 5 and a number 7. Anytime I'm throwing a number 7 and it's getting hung up quite a bit, I'll drop down to that number 5. So the number 5, as you can see, it's just a little shorter bait. It's the exact same color patterns and everything, but stay with the number 7 if you can get by with it. And if you're only going out and you just want to try, buy you a number 7 in the shad pattern and a number 7 in the crawdad. I think they run about $7 a piece. They come with VMC hooks on them, so they're pretty good hooks right out of the package. The only thing I like to do is if you'll upsize the hooks, these trebles that come on them, if you'll go up 1 size, it helps that bait suspend. With it being balsa wood, when it hits something, it wants to come up pretty quick. They're pretty buoyant, which is good for backing out of stuff you hang up in. But I've just found if I upsize these hooks 1 size, a lot of times it seems like I get more bites, because when I stop that bait, instead of coming straight back up, it just barely floats back up. Almost gives it that suspending style bait. And that really does good. So that's the only modifications I would make to it, is upsize those trebles. I mean, it gives you an advantage as far as a bigger hook's going to hold the fish more, and it also helps suspend the bait. I like to fish the Shad Rap on primary points, secondary points, and any type of transition. So if I have pea gravel going into chunk rock, if I have an area that's a clay bank and it runs, I see it start running into some rocks, those transition areas are just great spots for them. And you can really cover some water fast with these guys. The retrieve I use 2. I'll normally start off with just a long cast as I can make with it, and then I'm just going to slow reel. And I'm going to get it down to the bottom. Every time I feel it hit the bottom, I'm going to pause, let it come up a little bit, and then reel it back down. I want it to come dig in the best it can, and that deflection's when I'm going to get my bites. Another method I use, if I can't make bottom contact, if I can't stay in bottom contact, once you put the upsize hooks on, it gives it that more suspending. So I'll reel a little bit, stop, twitch it a couple times, then start my retrieve back. Most of the time you're going to stop that bait, you're going to twitch it a couple times, and when that bait starts to take off, that's when that fish is going to run and get it. Equipment you're going to use on it, they're super light baits, being the balsa wood, so they're pretty hard to throw. If you want to try a bait caster and it's not very windy, you can get by with a 6'6" to 7 foot medium action rod with 8 pound test is what I would go, maybe 10 at the most. If you go over 10, it really kills the action of the bait, and that's where this bait shines, is its tight wiggling action. So don't go over 10. I'd like to see you throw it on 8. Another thing, I throw it most of the time on a spinning reel. If the wind's blowing at all, a spinning reel helps it get it out there. And I use a braid backing, like a 10 pound, 12 pound braid backing into a fluorocarbon leader, and normally 6 to 8 pound test on that. The fluorocarbon sinks, so it helps it get it down a little bit deeper. The braid cast off the spinning reel a little better for me, and I have better results with a spinning reel on it. I do throw it on bait casters, but you're going to have better results with a spinning reel. If you feel like this video helped you at all, if you would, leave a like, comment in the sections if you have any questions. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep this footage coming out. As soon as spring gets here, we're going to get out. We're going to get to do a lot of fishing videos. We'll fish a lot through the winter. I got some tournaments coming up, so I'll take you guys there with me. And we're also thinking about starting a Gun of the Week series. And I don't know if that interests anybody. If it would, leave a thumbs up or comment down below if you'd like to see that, because we have tons of guns. I mean, be able to show you, anything from AR, shotguns, handguns, whatever you guys are interested in, night vision scopes, suppressed weapons, anything like that. I don't know if you guys would want to see that, being this is a bass channel, but we've been throwing that around, maybe bringing that in, and maybe one video a week on that. So, like I said, if you would, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about that. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.